Okay, guys, welcome back to section 2 in unit 2. So we did part 1 yesterday, previously, so I split this section 2 up into 2 parts. So here comes the second part. In example 2, we are going to be given two functions. So we got f of x equals x squared minus 4, and we have g of x is x plus 2. And it says find each of the following. So we got 5 problems here, A, B, C, and D. Actually, A, B, C, D, and G. A little bit of a typo here. Anyway, what each of the problems is telling us to do is a little bit of arithmetic of the function, meaning we can add the functions together or subtract them or multiply them or divide them. So in A, it says f plus g of x. And it doesn't have a number there for x. It just, when it has the x, say, right here, that means keep an x in the problem. So what we're going to do is literally add f plus g together. So we're going to take x squared minus 4, which is the f, then a plus, and then we're adding the g, which is x plus 2. So we're going to add these together, the x squared. We are adding, combining like terms. So x squared drops down. Then we have plus x. And then we have, the only like terms here are these two guys, so negative 4 plus 2, and that'll be negative 2, so we put a minus 2. And then that's it. We combine like terms, so our answer is x squared plus x minus 2. And what did we do? We added function f plus function g. So let's do another one. So letter B, we want to do f minus g of x. So here's f, and then a minus, and then the g. And then we're going to just combine like terms again, but we're going to be very careful because we do have this minus sign in between. So x squared will drop down. There's no other x squared to go with it. Then, don't put a plus x. We actually have to do a minus x. And then we want to do negative 4 minus 2. So negative 4 minus 2 is negative 6, so we'll put minus 6. And that's it. Okay, next up, we want to do f divided by g. So f in the numerator divided by g in the denominator. Now, this problem does get tricky here. Whenever we have fractions, we want to see if we can factor anything, because sometimes we'll be able to factor some binomials or trinomials and cancel things out. Let me show you what I mean. So x squared minus 4 is, if you recall from the factoring unit, is a difference of squares. That can be broken up as x plus 2, x minus 2. And then carry over the x plus 2 on the bottom. Now take a look. Look at those x plus 2's. You can cancel 1 at the top with 1 at the bottom. So your answer here is, what are you left with? In the numerator, you're left with just x minus 2. You're left with nothing in the bottom, so that would be 1. And we don't need a fraction anymore, so we just write it as x minus 2. Okay, letter D, f g of x. Remember, that means multiply function f times function g. So function f times function g. Let me just double check that's what it is. Yes, x squared minus 4 times x plus 2. Now, how do we multiply this? It's a binomial times a binomial, so that's a FOIL method, also known as double distribute. So we're going to take the x squared times x is x to the third. X squared times plus 2 is plus 2x squared. Then the inside, minus 4 times x. And then the last in each, negative 4 times 2 is minus 8. Now usually after we FOIL, we want to see if we can combine like terms. Unfortunately, there are no like terms here, so this guy would be our answer. Letter G, we have g of x. This means g times g. So x plus 2 times x plus 2. And we're going to FOIL here again, and then see if we can combine like terms. So first times first, outside, inside, and last times last. And then, can we combine like terms? Yep, we actually do have some here. These guys are like terms. They will add up to get 4x. So bring down x squared. Plus 2x adds up to b plus 4x. And then the plus 4 drops down. Okay, so in example 2, what did we do here today? We were given function f and function g, and we did operations. We learned how to add them in A, subtract them in B, divide them in C, and sometimes factoring to see if we could cancel things out. And then in the bottom two, in D and G, we learned how to multiply them. So if we take a look, what I just taught you has now prepared you to do numbers 17. There's a little typo here. It says 17 to 32, but it's actually only 17 to 24. So 17 to 24. Actually, I'm really short on time, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit up one of these problems for you. Now, in these assignment problems, it's telling you we have multiple problems in each one. So it's not just as simple as 17 through 24 being 8 problems. Within each problem is you have to add, subtract, multiply, divide, and then divide the other way. So you're actually doing 6 problems within each problem. So let me do one of these for you. So let's start, we're going to have f plus g. Which one do I want to do? I actually want to do this one right here, number 23. So it starts off with f plus g. So we're going to put square root of x minus 3 plus the square root of x plus 3. Can we add anything here? No. They're both within square roots, and we can't add the square roots together because they don't have the same radicand inside. So that's it for f plus g. After that, we have to do f minus g. So f minus g. Same thing here. There's no like terms to add here. We can't subtract anything. There's no like terms. What was after? Let's check what was after f minus g. After that was f times g. fg is f times g. So f times g. Now we actually, we can multiply them together. So what we can do here is FOIL inside. It's a square root times a square root. So what we can do is FOIL that. So that would be the square root of first times first, outside, inside, and last. And then these guys can actually cancel out when you combine like terms. And we have the square root of x squared minus 9, and we can't do anything else there. That's a very tricky problem, I understand if you're a little confused there. Next up was f times f. F times f. So that's square root of x minus 3 times the square root of x minus 3. So that would be, now remember the rule that says if you have the square root of something times the square root of that same exact thing, what happens is you can just get rid of the radical and carry over the radicand. So the radicals here would cancel and you would have x minus 3. So let me show you a different example of that. This is just a side note here. You can ignore me if you want. So say if we have the square root of 9 times the square root of 9, we know that's the square root of 81, and the square root of 81 is 9. So the shortcut going from here is going from here to here, pretty much just getting rid of the radicals. So that is what's going on up here. It's just skipping this middle step. Okay, what was after f times f? It was f over g, then g over f. All right, so f over g, so we got to make a fraction. So square root of x minus 3 divided by square root of x plus 3. And you can't actually divide those, so you're stuck there. And then g divided by f, that would be square root of x plus 3 divided by square root of x minus 3. All right, so I did the 6 problems within number 23. So some of these problems range from very easy to more moderate or even difficult. So, just take your time there. Try your best. As I say, try your best to get your points. Getting something down wrong is better than leaving it blank. All right, guys. So you all have a great day, and let me know if you need help with anything or watch this video again. Take care. Be good.